I, I'm going. All right. I'm going to start from the beginning. My From Software community brethrens, I really hope you get this message. I really do, because I've been wronged. I've been wronged and I've been backstabbed. I've been betrayed. I dealt with a lot of disrespect from a community that I respected, from a community that I love, a gaming company that I love, and I saved it. I worked it hard to save and earn money to put the money down to buy the product. And I have been disrespected, backstabbed, and betrayed. You may be asking, what happened, man? I'm not kidding when I say this. As you can see this, that's adrenaline pumping into my hand. I'm not faking it. As you can see, I dealt with enough disrespect, and I'm not going to tolerate it anymore. I had enough respect for this community where I didn't say anything, and now what they fucking did, now I am going to say something. Now I am. Because no one should not have to deal with that shit. No one should have to be able to put up with the shit that I fucking dealt with. Not from a fucking community that I worked it hard to save and earn money, to put my money in investment into a product from a gaming company that I love. No one, and I mean no one, should feel the amount of disrespect, the amount of discrimination that I received in the community that I love. No one. No one. I don't care what the fuck you believe. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that. Hold on, let me refer. I don't care if you believe it's right. If you honestly believe what I receive is right, then you're pretty much just saying, fuck the From Software community. Fuck people like me as a whole. You're not a brethren. You're just another enemy. So, let's get into the start of the beginning. Alright. I joined the official Discord of the Elden Ring community, right? I happened to join when it was first started booming and when it first started got recognized and when people first started realizing, oh, there is actually an official Discord server for the Elden Ring community. So, of course, I joined it, right? Because I had Elden Ring. And keep in mind, I had Elden Ring since the very start. Ever since the pre-order dropped. And this is my pre-ordered edition, by the way. For the PS4. And I will get back to that later. Actually, as you see, there is my PS4 right there. And there's the stickers. And to say that I'm a From Software brethren is kind of an understatement because, well, look at this. I got Elden Ring. I got Armored Core 6, Fires of the Rubicon. I got Dark Souls Remastered, Demon Souls, Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 2. Up in here. I have these games. It proves to me that I do love From Software's games. It proves that I do respect the community and I do love the community. But of course, not everything is sunshine and rainbows. And unfortunately, what I'm have to expose the light on from my experience, you're going to be asking yourself at the end, what the fuck, man? I don't know. I generally cannot honestly 100% read someone's actual feelings or anything. I mean, I can read it a little bit from their facial expression, but when it's just a person from another side of the screen and they don't got the, camera on, it's you can't really tell. All you have to do is go off by voice cues and whatnot. But yeah. So, of course, I got Elden Ring when it first was available for pre-order, and I got it. Right, I got it. I got the little collector's edition for it. I played Elden Ring, and I said with a 100% satisfaction that I loved it. I was kind of skeptical at first because it was the first ever open world Dark Souls game that From Software ever produced, but no, it turns out to be really great. It turns out to be a really great game, and I'm glad. It made me feel happy with my purchase. Honestly, it made me really happy with my purchase. But like I said, it's not all sunshines and rainbows. The From Software community, okay, when the DLC was available for pre-order, of course I wanted it, but during the time I didn't have enough money or anything, so I couldn't buy it immediately. So of course I kind of grumbled a little bit in the Discord server, but someone just obviously a lot. Well, actually, it was not just one person; it was multiple people that came up and say, "Just go get a job." Now, if you don't understand my background, I dealt with a lot of shit from my family. I do not have a GED. I do not have a driver's license because, well, no one did not want to invest the time into me to help me to get that. Granted, it's kind of my own fault because I quitted school. I quitted high school, but that is because of an incident between me and a faculty member in the bathroom, and I felt really uncomfortable going back to any sort of school, so I quit. Yeah, people will say, well, that's your own problem, and yeah, it really is my own problem, but the thing is, I had to rely on my parents. Last year, on May 18th, my dad died. So, financial shit was going rough. It was being a hard time. It was being a pain in the ass. But I didn't let that get in the way from me, you know, me better express my love and have a fun time in my life playing Elden Ring. But, like I said, not sunshines or rainbows. So, eventually I end up saving enough money to purchase the Elden Ring DLC. And I did. I purchased the Elden Ring DLC. But the one thing I was not aware of while I was downloading it was that because during this time, the PlayStation Store has a different IP address or IP entity for the Elden Ring. Because nowadays, if you buy Elden Ring on the PlayStation Store, you not only get the PS5 edition, but you also get the PS4 edition. Now you'd be like, well, it shouldn't fuck you out of anything, right? Wrong. Because of me having the pre-order edition where it had the old IP entity, I could not play my Elden Ring DLC. Now, before you ask, did I download the PS4 edition? Yes, I did. Now, people may ask, how come have you didn't upgrade to the PS5? Even though, as you see, I clearly have a PS5. Well, that's the thing. It wouldn't let me. Because of my pre-ordered PS4 edition of Elden Ring, having a different IP entity, not only I got fucked out of being able to play my DLC, but I also got fucked out of upgrading to the PS5 edition. So, of course, I take it up to the official Discord Elden Ring community, hoping that, some moderator or something will get in contact with From Software, get in contact with someone to help me out, help me, a veteran From Software brethren, right? No. Instead, I've been told to fuck off. It's my own issue, and that's my own problem, and I'm gonna have to deal with it. I was told to go work, go get a job, and go buy the PS5 edition of Elden Ring. Even though I worked it hard to save and earn so I can buy the Elden Ring DLC. But yet, of course, not sunshine and rainbows. And of course, I happen to be the only one actually to get fucked out of that. And because I already downloaded the content, I can't refund it. That's just how the PlayStation licensing is going for the stores. If you download the content, you can't really refund it. You can't. So now you see this problem stimulating. Keep in mind, this happened like 9 months ago. Pretty much 9 months ago. I'd be asking, why am I making a video now? Well, to tell you the truth, I decided just like, you know what? I'll eventually just go on later down the line and buy the PS5 edition of Elden Ring because I can just trade my PS4 thing in for it at GameStop. But as you can clearly see, I have not yet done that. And may be asking, why? Why have you not yet done that? And like I said, financial troubles and shit. Financial. Not only I got told to fuck off, and it's my own problem to deal with. Now I also had to contemplate what the fuck I just heard. So of course, I didn't say anything because I want to give that level of respect to the community that I respect, to the gaming community or the gaming company that I also respect. But of course, I was not treated the same level of respect back. 14 days ago, I expressed my concern about the new From Software exclusive for the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, of course, I also shared my concern in the Elden Ring Discord, the official Discord community of Elden Ring, right? And you would think people will share my concern, right? But no, of course not. Instead, I got disrespected. I got told to fuck off again by a moderator. And of course, right, I eventually got upset. So I say something. I say something like, so you just gonna let this go on and let From Software fuck themselves over, pretty much? They pretty much said, yeah. Because, I mean, if something happens, it's their fault. It's not my problem. Which is true, right? It's honestly really true, if that makes 100% sense. But why are you telling me to fuck off of my concern? You know how disrespectful that is? How would you feel if you were expressing me a concern about your problems in daily life and I told you to fuck off and deal with on your own? Well, of course, the person did not like that. So the first thing it turns to is a heated political argument because it was a quote-unquote anarchist, which, by the way, anarchist ideology and philosophy itself, it's a nutcase. Hell, Karl Marx, the fucking founder, well, one of the founders of the communist philosophy and ideology, also said that it was a nutshell. Hell, he even made fun of it for shits and giggles. Of course, I was muted for 6 hours, while the moderator, it only got a slap on the wrist. I'm like, okay. So, another person comes into my DMs from the Elden Ring official Discord server, asking me about my political beliefs and what I honestly believe in, because I guess they got invested because they never seen such a different perspective on things before. And, you know, I shared my thing. I shared my Google document of the ideology and philosophy that I created by taking two existing ideologies, combined them together, and re-engineered it and modified it so it could be even better. What I receive in my Discord DMs was not a pleasant one. I got permanently banned from the Elden Ring official Discord server. Yep. I got banned from the Elden Ring official Discord server. Because apparently I was going into people's DMs and sending them shit. So I look back at that I look back at that person who asked me about my ideology, and what am I greeted with? They deleted their messages. So they maliciously came into my DMs, set up this whole entire thing, said I keep on talking about it even though I just got muted for it, to the moderators, and then I got permanently banned. So I waited for 14 days to submit an appeal, right? Because like I said, I wasn't going to be the first one that's going to fucking start doing shit after just some simple little fucking thing, right? So I submit my appeal today, because I sent my appeal yesterday. Today I got a response. You want to try to guess what it is? I got rejected. Probably by the same fucking moderator that started the shit with me. Probably the same fucking one. Like I said, my adrenaline right now, it's going, well, yeah, you can clearly see it's fucking shaking. I'm not purposely shaking my hand, by the way. It's actually, as you can see, I'm not even doing anything to my wrist. It's perfectly fucking straight, and yet here it is, shaking like a fucking leaf, as you can clearly see. I have tolerated enough disrespect. I have tolerated enough bullshit. And now I'm here. I am calling to the From Software community, wherever place it may be, to come give me some support. Because this cannot be tolerated. The amount of respect that I had in that community, and every turn there was something wrong. And it's not like, oh, I was doing something wrong. I'll admit I was wrong for it's engaging into political conversation with that anarchist dude. I'll admit that. But the fact that they went that extra mile, they came after me. They came after me. Got me permanently banned. Granted, it's not the biggest deal in the world. I could go to any other community I want, right? That remotely has Dark Souls or any Elden Ring or anything from software related, right? But the fact that it came from an official Discord server of Elden Ring, the fact that I had to deal with that level of neglect and disrespect for so fucking long, even though I gave the community that I honestly love the respect and love that deserved, and yet I get disrespected. I get disrespected. A royal From Software consumer and a royal From Software community brethren. If you don't understand my background, to some people this might not seem much because it's just internet, and that makes perfect sense. I understand where you're coming from that. But for me, for someone like me, right? It's more. And maybe asking why. Like I mentioned, I was not able to get a GED or anything because I've been neglected. I've been neglected by my family. And you think it stops there? No, I also dealt with the same issue in my fucking school. Hell, I never had any IRL friends. All I really had to consider quote unquote friends was the cats that I take care of in my house and the people that I happen to meet along the way while on Xbox and PlayStation. I was originally on Xbox, but then something happened with my Xenoverse save fell, and that prompted me to switch over to fucking PlayStation, which I'm about to switch it back over to Xbox because I realized that PlayStation's just not fucking worth it anymore. I'm a human being just like everybody else. Just because you may not have dealt with the same experiences with me does not mean you can just go around and do whatever you please. As long as you treat me with the same respect as I treat with you, with the same level of respect, real, real right, real right. You don't have to be friends with me. All you just have to do, at least give me some respect, as much respect as I give to anyone that I meet. But those who understand my experience, those who can actually relate, you can understand that this is just. No one deserves to deal with that. No one. I don't care how shitty of a person you are. You honestly don't deserve that type of shit. That type of level of disrespect. That type of level of neglect in a community that you obviously respect and love. This is what's making me prompt of leaving from the software community because I realized that we have an assholes like that in our community, and all they're getting is a slap on the wrist. When those people, the quote unquote moderators, are supposed to be moderating that type of level of disrespect and behavior and actually prompting themselves to actually do something about it. But yet, here I am, wrongfully got permanently banned from a community that I was there. Granted, I was not there when it was first created. I joined it after maybe after 6 months of owning Elden Ring. So yeah. It's just not right, people. All I'm asking from software reverence, the people that I'm calling on, I want you to spread this video around. I want you to spread this video around, not to cause drama or anything, but I generally do need support. I need from software to come. I need from software to actually come and talk. At least say something. At least, I need from software to at least notice this. Granted, I might be the only person to have to deal with this, but then again, I don't know. I don't know. But from software does need to be, from software does need to be at least from software at least from software deserves to know that there is an issue, and this issue, well, it's not really small. Like I said, it's a big problem, obviously. But from software does deserve to know about this, and hopefully they go from there. I wish I could make a Patreon or something, and maybe y'all can help me. Because, like I said, I mean, I can't do the shit I love anymore because of financial shit. I can't. Granted, I'm 18 years old and I can easily leave out the house. But if I leave the house and shit, I'm fucking myself over. Honestly, I'm fucking myself over out of opportunities. and shit because, well, I'm not gonna say it on here, but you can pretty much tell from my expression what I'm currently dealing with. But like I said, from software brethren to another from software brethren, I do need your support. You don't have to subscribe to me. You don't have to like. All you just have to do is share the video around. Sharing a video around is enough for me. And I promise one day I might be able to pay you back. Might take a bit, but eventually I will. And that's a promise I can keep. Because I want to be a YouTube content creator. That's why I made this channel. But of course I wasn't able to make a lot of videos like I want to because, well, my financial issues and shit. But yeah, I will see you next time. Goodbye.